I used to think caves were just empty holes in the earth, dark, silent, lifeless. That's what they look like from the outside. But Kentucky cave systems are different. They don't feel empty, they feel occupied. I was part of a small exploration group documenting an old, partially mapped cave network deep in rural Kentucky. Officially, it was for geological search, and unofficially, it was because people kept reporting strange sounds coming from deep underground. At first, we ignored those reports. Caves amplify sound, water drips, air shifts, rock expands and contracts. That's normal until we went deeper. The air changed first. It stopped feeling like outside air trapped underground and started feeling recycled, like something had been breathing it before us. Then we heard scratching, not on stone nearby, but from deeper in, ahead of us, like something was moving toward us through tunnels we hadn't even mapped. One of the researchers joked it was probably raccoons or bats, but the sound didn't match animals. It was too deliberate, too coordinated, multiple points of impact moving in patterns. Then our guide stopped walking. He raised his hand and whispered something I still remember clearly. In Kentucky caves, you're never the first thing that learned the tunnels. We thought he was joking. He wasn't, because right after he said it, the scratching stopped and something else started. Breathing. Not ours. We all froze, not because we wanted to, because the cave made us. That's the only way I can describe it now. The breathing wasn't loud, it was subtle, layered into the cave like it had always been there and we were only just noticing it for the first time. But it wasn't one source, it was multiple, from different depths, different directions, above us, below us, and somewhere ahead in tunnels we had not entered. Our headlamps suddenly felt weak, not physically dimmer, but like the darkness had started pushing back against the light. One of the team members whispered that we should turn back. No one argued, but no one moved either, because the cave answered that thought immediately. A scraping sound echoed from deeper inside, then another, then several more, not random, coordinated, like something had just heard us decide to leave. Our guide slowly raised his light toward the tunnel ahead, and that's when we saw it. Not a full shape, just movement at the edge of visibility. Thin, fast, crawling motion across the rock walls, too smooth for animals, too intentional for anything natural. And then the radio in my pack, completely off, crackled once, just once. And inside the static, I swear I heard a voice trying to match our breathing, not imitating words, imitating life itself. That's when our guide said something that still haunts me. They don't live in the caves. They learned them. And right after that, the crawling stopped all at once, like whatever was watching us had just decided we were worth studying. We didn't run at first, not because we were brave, because the cave didn't allow it. That's what it felt like. Like the moment you accept fear, your body stops negotiating with you. The crawling sound was gone now, but the silence that replaced it was worse, because it wasn't empty. It was aware. Our headlamps still pointed forward, but the light felt useless now, like it was revealing less and less of what was actually there. And then we noticed something no one wanted to say out loud. The tunnel behind us didn't feel like behind us anymore. It felt sealed, not physically blocked, but conceptually closed, like the idea of going back had stopped existing. One of the team members turned his light slowly along the wall, and for the first time we saw markings. not natural erosion, not mineral patterns, shapes, repeated, intentional, like something had been drawing the cave from the inside out. Then came the sound again, breathing. But now it wasn't scattered, it was unified, as if everything in the cave had finally agreed on a single rhythm. Inhale, pause, exhale. We realized something too late. The cave wasn't echoing us, it was correcting us. And then our guide did something I'll never forget. He lowered his light, looked into the dark ahead, and whispered, "We are not exploring this cave. We are inside its memory now." And at that exact moment, every light we had started flickering at once, like the cave had just blinked.